Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. It's a day later than planned because last night I finished editing the footage and I had a few problems with the software that I was using for the editing, so I didn't get finished until late last night. So this is another painting from my bird series. It was going to be the last bird painting, but I've enjoyed painting these birds and I think that the amount that I've done so far, I think I've cut them a bit short. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to carry on with painting the birds. I'm going to be slotting the videos in between the other videos that I do for this channel as well. So it's not just going to be carrying on with birds for the next video. The next video will be something else, and then the one after that could be a bird one. But I'm going to keep carrying on with the birds because I've enjoyed doing those. And 3 or 4 birds just doesn't seem to be very many for a series, I don't think. So this isn't the last one like I thought it was going to be. So the bird that I'm painting today is a kingfisher. And in the UK, it's an all-year resident. It doesn't migrate anywhere. It's usually found on riverbanks, but it's also seen beside lakes, ponds, canals and streams, where it can find fish and insects that it lives on. They usually have a perch from where they stand to do the fishing. The kingfisher's lifespan is only about 2 years. I didn't realise that. I thought that they lived for a lot longer than that, but sadly it's only 2 years. It's very common for them to only live for 1 breeding season, which is very short. So they mainly live off little fish that they can find in the rivers around where they live in. They mainly live off minnows and sticklebacks, but they also eat aquatic insects and crustaceans. When they find these little fish that they catch, once they've caught them, they go back to the perch and they usually bang the head of the fish onto a rock or onto the branch to stun the fish, and then they flip it round so that the head of the fish goes down the throat first. And that's to stop the scales on the fish getting stuck in the kingfisher's throat. When kingfishers breed, the male will sit on a branch and call to a female and wait for her to come over. He'll have a fish in his mouth and the fish will be pointing, so the head of the fish is pointing towards the female. And that's the male kingfisher's gift to the female to show her that he can supply food. Once they decide that they're going to stick with each other, then both the parents burrow out a nesting tunnel along the riverbank. This is a horizontal tunnel and it's usually around 1 metre long. And then at the end of the tunnel, there's a little chamber at the bottom of the tunnel, and that is where the eggs are laid. The tunnel goes slightly upwards, and that's to stop any water running along the tunnel and then flooding out the chamber with the chicks in it, so it stops the water collecting inside. So they excavate the tunnel and then there's a nesting chamber at the end. They usually lay up to 7 tiny little white eggs, and those eggs are usually laid on a little collection of fish bones and pellets that the kingfisher has produced. So I've never seen a kingfisher in real life. I'd love to see one because they're so colourful. I've briefly seen one a couple of years ago. I was walking along a river and I seen a bird fly past and it was bright blue. I knew it was a kingfisher, but I just didn't have time to see it properly. It was just a blue flash and that's all I seen. And then after that, I did hunt along the side of the river where I'd seen it to see if I could see it on a branch or anything, but I just couldn't. There wasn't anything there. But the kingfishers are a sign of clean water. So if you've got a polluted river, you won't see any kingfisher because there won't be any fish in there for them to be living off. So that's how you know that if you do see a kingfisher, you know that the river that they're hunting in, it's not a polluted river. So they're a good sign of no pollution around. So yeah, I think they're very pretty birds. They've got the blue and the orange. It's kind of like a greeny blue colour that's on its wings and on its head. And then it has a brighter blue, more of like an electric blue stripe that goes down its back. I do like the way it's turned out. I don't really have any plans for the next videos. I want to do some more practicing with gouache, so I'm just going to have to see what happens and see what I feel like painting. I'm going to have to sit down and write a list of things that I want to paint, because I've got so many things that I like the idea of painting. Also, I'm waiting to get my glasses back from the opticians at the moment, and it makes my eyes really tired when I'm painting without them. I have a pair of glasses that I wear for when I'm drawing, reading, driving. The optician said that I wasn't short-sighted or long-sighted, but I just needed something to sharpen my overall vision up. So I've been wearing those since 2016, and I went for an eye test probably about a month ago now, and they said that I needed some different lenses for both eyes, but I told them that I only needed a stronger lens for my right eye because my left eye was completely fine with my glasses, but my right eye was going a bit weaker. They've given me a prescription for both eyes, and they sent off my glasses to get changed, to get new lenses put in my frames, and then they came back a week later, and then I put them on in the shop, and it felt like I was going cross-eyed, and it didn't feel right. It felt like the wrong lenses that I needed. I mentioned this to the lady at the opticians, and she did book me in for another eye test to double check my prescription. So I had to wait another week without any glasses, and not wearing my glasses means that my eyes get tired when I'm doing a lot of painting or doing work on the computer, or if I do long distance driving, watching TV, that sort of thing. If I do anything like that for quite a long time, for like more than an hour, and I'm not wearing my glasses, then my eyes get tired. So I'm having to have more breaks when I'm doing my art. So I had this second eye test, and the second eye test, it did show that they'd give me the wrong prescription for my glasses. So they're putting my old left lens back in my frame, and then they're giving me a new prescription for my right lens. So they've had to send them away again to get the correct prescription put into my frames. So it's just been a bit of a nightmare with that. So I'm really looking forward to going and picking my glasses up to start wearing them again. Hopefully it'll be early next week, because it's Good Friday today. I don't think I'm going to get them tomorrow. And then it's bank holiday Monday in the UK, so hopefully I'll get them on Tuesday, fingers crossed. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and if you have, then give me a thumbs up, and please feel free to subscribe, and yeah, and I'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.